Hey guys, I wasn't talking to you. Now I am. My cat. Um, I am talking to you guys, or I'm getting ready to. I have a couple of things up. I have Gilbert and Ray's wedding going on. It is online, guys. So you can check it out. Hey, Jessica, and our friend Adam, the percolated fish himself, has a wonderful video up. Almost done. ACIM, which is acronym for A Course in Miracles, with a hint of plant medicine. Not at liberty on a live stream, I think, to talk too much about um, plant medicine. You know, obvious reasons. I see right now that our friend Brian Lane is up. Phoenix and Fireside, Dolly is up. She's got a live stream. Oh no, she does not. Sorry, I'm behind the times, so I'm looking at the wrong thing. Jessica, how are you feeling? Let's see. I'm looking to see who is live. Again, Gilbert and Ray's wedding. Hey, Danny. Jessica says I'm okay. Hey, Abigail. A-Frame is live. I don't know if our friend Maddie is still live or not. Paranormal Walks is live. Going to a haunted forest, guys. Stardashians. Ride Along Gang. Don't know if you guys are familiar with them. They stop by every once in a great while. Good people. YouTube lied? YouTube never lies. Sorry, guys. Hey, Cat. Cat says, I mean, live. Did you click on the right one? I have two links up. Abigail says, hi to Cat. Hey, Josh. Josh says, I'm trying out for tennis. Awesome. Jessica says, Stu is doing spooky stuff. Hey, how do you feel about spooky stuff, Jessica? Cat, how do you feel about spooky stuff? How do you all feel about spooky stuff? What's up, Skits? Jessica likes spooky stuff. I'm indifferent about spooky stuff. Cat's saying hi to everyone. It says I am spooky stuff, the spookiest. Mystical and spooky. Cat says, Yogi, have you seen my car? Did you check the parking lot? Are you asking me, have I ever seen your car? Um, Vaguely. When you were kayaking that one time, when you made the video of you kayaking. Oh, scary stuff. Your car. Now I get it. Man, your car couldn't be any scarier than my old car. You think I have a lot of shoes in here? Man, you should have seen my car. I easily had 40 some shoes in my car. All kinds of running stuff. All of it unwashed. Not joking. I wish I was. So we need a video now. We need a video of Cat's car. I want to see the scary stuff. Skid says, I love Skulls. I love Skulls Cat, but I have a few in my apartment. No real ones though. Cat says, no, but for real, I don't like scary movies, but I like skulls and skeletons and stuff. I like the handful of scary movies. It'd be really scary. You know what? like Freddy and Jason and all those other guys, Michael Myers, they never scared me. Maybe I'm cocky because I would look at them and think I could take them. They're just guys. They're just people, right? I could take them, choke them out. I could take them, and if not, I could outrun them. Jessica says I got a pretty good short at the start of the storm here. Awesome. Hey Jessica, you can always drop a link. Kat says you've seen it, monochrome mayhem. It was a short. The skull on my car was part of it. Gotcha. What's up, super artist? We talked about this with Michael Burkeen, the scariest movies that we've seen. Probably the most. Rosemary's Baby was pretty scary. Exorcist was pretty scary. I've been to the steps where the priest, the real story, the real life story of The Exorcist, and where that was filmed. I've been to those steps in Georgetown. It says, I think the same. I'm like, oh, I'd so kick his ass. Yeah, it's hard to be scared of someone who I know I could take. Jessica says, I don't like dropping my leg. Gotcha. Know that you're always welcome to if you ever want to. I will definitely go visit, though. Jessica says, Exorcist is an awesome film. Yeah, it was. So was Rosemary's Baby. You know, recently, and by recently, I mean in the last 20 years, um, The Others, Nicole Kidman, that was pretty spooky. Hey, Anna. Anna, how are you? Super Artist says, I don't watch horror movies because they are very scary and I hate jump scares. I don't think I've ever really had a jump scare except for one time I remember when I was 10. My father took us to see Jaws. Hey, Jack. Brian Hart's channel here says, what's up, brother? Not much. Been enjoying your skating, Jack. Hey, Rusty. John 3:16. Do you want to share it, Rusty? It says demons are different though. Yeah, demons are different. I ain't fighting I ain't fighting a demon. I have many of my own already. Probably my demons back in the day would be as scary as any demon I would ever face outwards. Jessica says Lions were scary today. Is it preseason already? Anna says I'm good. Thank you, Yogi. How are you this evening? Anna, I'm pretty good. Jessica says yes, Eric. So Detroit doesn't have a very good team, or were they scary good? Is that what you're saying? Super artist says skits. You could argue that you can easily take on wins since you're taking on your own every single day. It's a good point. Super champ. Detroit Lions gets football. I'm a Raiders fan. As much as I follow any football, um, because of our friend, the um, Burpee Reaper. That says my card. Beware, scary video. Here it is. Monochrome mayhem. I do remember seeing this one. I remember the chickens now. Guys, make sure you click on the link. That might definitely be a bad trip, Cat. Hey, speaking of bad trips, remember, Percolated Fish has a video up, Course Miracles, and plant medicine. Skit says, oh, they're going on about lions falling in love. Shirley says, oh my God, they did it, and they lived happily ever after. Gilbert and Ray are married. Awesome. I had it. I still have it up. I watched it all the way up until the live stream. Yeah, I wish them love and love and love. Jessica says, we are only playing backup players. Why are you only playing backup players? So this is the end of preseason. Didn't even know it started. I wonder how the Raiders did. It says, I love lions. I had a daydream about lions the other day. And you know how animals fall in love. It's so beautiful. I love birds that mate for life. That's okay, Skits. Percy says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only son. And we have everlasting life. That means we live forever. Thank you, Rusty. Danny says, Yogi, I have informed from hosts YouTube has taken out kids' account. I don't see how they can do that because that's a large percentage. They probably make a ton of money from kids watching videos, making videos. I don't know, Danny. Who do you hear that from? Hey, Bud Files. I was just watching some of your stuff. I was watching the Gooses. It's a good point, Super Champ. So it says I didn't know that. Oops, what did I see? Hey, Brian. Brian said they tried to show up for Gilbert Shirley, but they said it was a private live. Brian Hart says I'm in charge. I'm a Chargers fan. We know the owners well. Oh, awesome. We cleaned both of that. Oh, you mentioned that once. Matches out here in Vegas. We love them. Do you get uh good seats for the games? Super Champ says, I wonder who will win between DDP and Kazmat Chimev. Is that UFC? Sorry, guys. I lost a little track of the conversation. We have not done breathwork yet, but if anyone wants to, let me know. I always feel a little bad. We just had 28 people in the chat. Then I started talking stuff, and we immediately lost 18 of them. Maybe the next time we have 28 people in the chat, I'm not going to talk at all. I'm just going to look. I'm going to bat my eyes. You think that'll work? I'm going to take off my glasses and bat my eyes, and maybe they'll stay. Super Champ says UFC 319 going over crazy tonight. Man, I remember watching the very first one ever. Yep, we can do breath work for sure. Jessica says hi to Shirley. How about we do 478? Hey, Michael. Michael, I was just talking about you. We were talking about scary movies a bit. Hey, Skits. Skits, are you still here? Skits says, I'm here. Um, I hope you don't mind me saying this. Just want you to know how much it means to me to have you here, hanging out with me, being my friend. I count every single one of you as someone who's essential in my life. And um, just I want people to know how much I appreciate them. Skit says, not at all. I love you all so much, Yogi brother. We love you too, Skits. I can speak for everyone. I just, man, the amount of love everyone here has for everyone else amazes me. Because it's love scary movies. Yep, that's why we couldn't bring him up without me mentioning you. Shirley Simpson, love to Brian. Sorry, got to pay attention to my cat real quick. All right, so we're gonna do some breath work, and I think we're gonna do 4-7-8. Unless Skid says, honestly, I've been so sad without y'all recently. Never leave it again. I'm gonna hold you to that, my friend. You know, um, Jack says, have a blessed weekend, my friends. Relax and stress free. Don't let any negativity in your bubble of happiness. Thank you so much, Jack. I appreciate it. Guys, have you watched Jack do some skating? I love watching Jack skate, but watching his whole family skate is even better. In Buddhist and yogic terms, Sangha. Sangha means community, and it's a spiritual community. But spiritual community doesn't necessarily mean practicing together. It can also mean a talk, someone giving a Sangha, spiritual lessons. That's both. Hey, Medic. Medic says he used to be indecisive, but I'm not so sure now. Yep, you can tell us a secret. Hey, big boss lady, how are you? Welcome in, my friend. Jessica, you ready? I appreciate you hitting that like, big boss lady. Shirley's laughing with Medic. Medic, how are you? Jessica says, I'm ready. Hey, been good, boss lady. Thanks for being here. Who would abandon you, Super Champ? Let me know in the chat. But first, we're going to do some breath work. For those who wish to join in, we're going to do the 4-7-8 breath. It's a very powerful breath of relaxation, of anti anxiety. The one who brought this to prominence most recently, it's an ancient yogic breath, is Dr. Andrew Weil, who is a highly qualified medical doctor. And he claims if everyone did this breath 3 times a day, there would be no need for anxiety medication, or we could reduce it significantly. That's how powerful this breath is. Here's the key to when we do breath work. Don't worry about doing it right. Don't worry about doing it wrong. Don't worry about making the count when I count for the breath. Just do the breath you can. As long as you are breathing in through the nose, as long as you're retaining the breath, as long as you are exhaling in this breath through the mouth, making that whoosh sound, everything else is incidental. Now, here's another secret. When we close our eyes and put our attention right at that point between the eyebrows, when we do the breath retention, that becomes a very, very powerful meditation, a stillness, and a deeply loving place because our thoughts begin to slow down and we find the reality beneath those thoughts, that pure consciousness, that state of relaxation. That's who we truly are. So let's visit that place now. You and me. If you close your eyes, we're going to do the 4-7-8 breath. I think everyone is familiar with that. Breathe into the nose for 4, hold for 7, exhale through the mouth, purse lips, tongue on the roof of the mouth, behind the front teeth. Whoosh, a whoosh sound. You cannot be stressed and whoosh at the same time. It defies the laws of quantum physics. So with our eyes closed, bring your attention to the breath. Just notice the breath. In through the nose, and right now out the nose. In through the nose. Now lengthen the breath a little bit longer on the exhalation, just a little bit. Breathe in through the nose, and then lengthen the exhale. A few breaths just like that, deepening our sense of relaxation. Stress leaving the body with every exhalation. Mind getting quiet. A couple more breaths. I'm going to count to 3. And we're going to begin 8 rounds of 4-7-8. 1, 2, 3. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Look at that third point. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale with a whoosh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale with a whoosh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. Whoosh for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last breath. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let the breath go. Settling into its own rhythm. Just a moment. Keep your focus on that point between the eyebrows with your eyes closed. And if you want, very gently to yourself, but do it out loud. Just a few times, breathe in through the nose and extend and eyes closed, but you sing it out loud, feeling the vibration, letting that vibrational sound Carry a little bit deeper into that stillness. Three parts to that breath. Oh, even quieter now. And now for just a minute, think home to yourself. As you put that light focus right between the eyebrows, your eyes closed, thinking home, letting the thought go. If other thoughts come to mind, just observe them and return back to the Om. You go ahead and release the mantra. Wake up the body a little bit, wiggle your fingers, sway back and forth a little bit, move your neck back and forth. Open your eyes, and I'll see you in the chat. Super Champ, can I give you a tip? It never pays to second guess. You were away on vacation. You gave it your best shot. Now put your training plan back in effect. Go get it done. Personally, I don't know if I would have recommended a PR attempt just days after coming back from vacation when you haven't been training deadlifts. Thanks for dropping that link, Michael. Shirley says, no regrets, champ. Super Champ says, yes, sir. It never pays to revisit what could have been, because guess what? If it could have been, it would have been, right? Hey, Lucy. Jessica says, thank you, Eric. You're welcome, Jessica. I have 4 standard breaths before going to bed that I pick. And I might do them for an extended period of time. I have that standard 4 and 8. I have 4 and then breathing through the left for a count of 8. I have box breathing, which I don't do a whole lot of before bed, although it is a good bedtime breath. And the 4-7-8, which is generally the 4 and 8 and the 4-7-8 are the 2 standard that I return to mostly. Shirley says, I have something for my family here. I'm not singing, but I'm swinging. I'll ask Nick to release it. Awesome. Let us know when it's up and ready. You're welcome. I was just talking about you, Adam. I was talking about you at the beginning of the live stream. Hey, remind me to get some water. I'm going to get some water now. I forgot. Let's see. If I get up to go, who can I leave in charge? Hey, Super Champ. You still here, Super Champ? I know I can't leave. This pains me to say. I know I can't leave Cat in charge. Skits has long since turned Cat. Cat used to be such a good kid. Jessica says, not me. No, I'm afraid Jessica has fallen under Skits' influence too. Again, all these good kids, they had such promise. Hey, Stephen Price. Our good friend Stephen Price says, "Put a shine on that head, shining as bright as a morning window, letting in sunlight as I wake up. Keep up the work." You too, my friend. Thank you so much for appreciating the shininess. Some people think it comes easily. Some people thought I was born shiny. Some people thought it's a result of shaving my head. This takes work. I do the skull shining breath, which is another name for the breath of fire, every morning. It says, "I want to be a good influence for no one." Jessica says she's a good kid sometimes. I think the sometimes is when you're not hanging out with skits. Hey, Lucy, are you still here? Let's see. It's between Super Champ. I'm waiting to see if Super Champ is here. Jessica says, only brings up P a little. Kat says, that's because skits is the most fun. Well, that was hurtful. See what I mean? Kat used to be such a good kid. Bright smile. She was never late. The thought of graffitiing up the place wasn't even a thought. And I could see how it happened. Kat was just minding her own business, smiling, waiting for me to come back. And Skits was like, "Psst, psst, Kat." And Kat was like, "I'm not listening to you, Skits." And Skits was like, "Psst, hey, Kat, I see how it went. I see it in my mind." So here's a trick. You guys didn't realize that the deep psychological um, insights that I have. I'm gonna flip everything around. Hey, Skits, Skits, are you ready for this? No one's gonna see this coming. Skits, you're in charge. What do you think of that? Skits is in charge. There you go. I'll be right back. I'm back. What's been happening? Skits says, right, everyone. I love you all. Cat says, see, Cat thought that now Skits is in charge, everything's a free for all. But when you take the most rambunctious one and you give them a sense of duty and responsibility, they become the ones that right the ship. Let me check my pictures. So here's what I'm thinking. You know, he likes peas now. I asked you personally to never bring that up again. Look at, I just wagged my finger at Cat. This is what I've been reduced to. I'm a finger wagger. Hey, Mohammed. Hey, Rosie. Here's what I'm thinking. It was never Skits. It was Cat all along. The secret comes out. It was never Skits. And Skits is such a good guy. He took the fall. He took the blame. He was under Cat's influence the entire time. Cat was calling the shots. Hey Skits, I owe you a big apology. I apologize. I have been blaming you for all the stuff that was going on, and it was Cat. Well, one is never so blind. I was again, Skits, I apologize. I was overwhelmed by Cat, you know? What can I say? I'm a sucker for a pretty face. And I made a mess of things. There's a link. Guys, make sure you click on Shirley's link. If you want to see Joy. Man, those are some awesome boots. You're getting pretty high up there, too. Thank you so much for sharing that. Mohammed, welcome in, my friend. Skit says, I forgive you, Yogi Bro. Cat is indeed very beautiful. It has been distracting you this whole time, but now you know. I do know. Look at, again, this is how awesome is Skits that he took the blame for all of that without ever saying a single thing. He never said, hey, it's Cat's fault. Nope. He took the fall. Rosie, how are you doing? Look, Danny says, Cat, Yogi likes mushy pea pie. Mushy pea pie. Well, you know what? If they put it, I was about to say, if they put it in the pie, would it be better? Because it's hidden. For one, it's hidden. I never have to know. I would know. I think I would know. Skit says, or I'm sorry, Shirley says, Skits, tell, where'd that go? Oops, gotcha. Brizzy says, I'm good now after seeing Skits. How are you? Lucy, how are you? So, did you guys hear me mention that I was given a copyright warning for yesterday afternoon? Um, Trending singing, not a strike, but a warning. And the only thing they're going to do is it won't be monetized. So you don't earn money from it, which is okay. But again, as I mentioned, Lucy says, I'm doing fantastic. How are you? I'm good, Lucy. Thank you. And I'm glad to hear you're doing fantastic. Um, as I was mentioning before, amazes me that trending was so good. That's what Jessica says. Jessica says, why? Though she didn't use music. All I can guess is trending sounded so good that uh, she sounded too much like the artist, and they got upset about it. Or the whoever flags that stuff. Adam says the family glasses. Good. Jessica's going to be right back. Yeah, I don't know why that came up. Hey, so Adam, you thinking of any other videos along those lines? Shirley gives a smile to Adam. Danny says, "Had a percolated fish." Hey, DB, how are you? Says, "Happy Saturday, everyone." Danny Berry, why am I not subscribed to you? Weird. I am now, though. I fixed it. Rosie says, "Skits, I am always here for you. If you ever need someone to talk to or just to listen to, you talk and not talk. Just let me know. I'm always here." You're a sweet person, Rosie. Hey, Selma. Selma says hi to everyone. Temper says lurking and medicating. How's your day been, Sniper? Shirley says, "Oh, Selma, sweetheart. Selma spending time with her family. Good." Selma says, "I miss you, Shirley." Adam says, "I started finding posting on TikTok, and it's like all these pretty young women or bots find me interesting. Everyone keeps saying I should be doing TikTok. That maybe the breath work would do even better there. I don't know why it would. Um, what do you think of TikTok?" Adam says, "I never know what to talk about, Yogi, but when you do pick something, you are so engaging." PK says, "I know what you did last summer. Man, you know what I did last summer? The exact same thing I'm doing this summer. Literally, the exact same thing." Hey, that's an awesome subject. Adam says, recently I thought people need to know the difference between reaction and response. I talk about that often too, and I love the word responsibility. We've lost our responsibility, our ability to respond. We're a reactionary society. We are a reactionary people. Everything is cause for reaction. So wait, you voted for someone different than me? How dare you? Um, you don't believe in this? We do believe in this? How dare you? You don't believe the same thing as me? Everything is cause for reaction. You take a little too long when the light turns green. What's the first thing we want to do? Honk the horn, give them a reminder. Hey, it just now turned green. Hurry up. Uh, or if someone slows down at a yellow light, which is actually what you're supposed to do, the person behind you gets upset. Everything is cause for reaction. Adam says, "I'm not enjoying it, but I don't want to be too quick to judge TikTok." All right, I'm going to wait and get a review from you before I do anything. Someone says, "I went to the funeral. It was bad. I was crying this morning." I'm sorry, Selma. Sorry, guys. Just reading something. Crazy says, "Love you, Skits." Please don't hurt yourself. Don't let anything let you down. Adam says, I'm sorry, Selma, funerals are tough. They certainly are. Danny says, Yogi, you do talk with breath work. Most people will like it. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate that feedback. Let me consider that. Hey, RO3, how are you? Skid says, I'm going to love more and I'll hurt less. Promise. Rosie, I promise. Skid says, yeah, I almost did. Felt like I was in a trance there for a second. Yogi, okay? I am okay, Kat. Thank you. It's kind of weird. Skid says, you notice that too, Kat? I think he glitched. Oh, I did not, but I went to get water for it. Thank you, Rosie. Kat says, yes, I noticed he's been doing a lot more lately too. Who knows? Sorry. Maybe I have been a little more spacey. Someone says, I say something to my sister. I told her I love her and kind words, but then I sit in the ground crying because I love her. She heard. Selma, you know, love has no boundaries whatsoever. Zero. When you speak to someone of love, about love, in loving tones, with loving thoughts, instantly communicated, transcends the concept, transcends the illusion of time itself. When you speak to your sister of the love that you share, there's no doubt she hears. Not only does she hear, in the instant she hears, because she is no longer bound by form, she responds at the very same time. Open your heart, those tears that you're crying, and you will hear your sister in each tear tell you how much she loves you. All right. Skid says Yogi Trance DW. Maybe he's done this whole life, Cat. Oh, maybe I've done this my whole life. Shirley says Silly Jim Rat is doing great on TikTok. He loves it. Yeah, he popped in maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago and told me how much more he loves it. Adam says you might want to open up with, I'm not looking to date anyone, or I'm really not a what's that? What's the word going to be, old man? Someone says I do TikTok dances. I'm shy. I didn't know you had TikTok, Selma. Shirley says, dear Rosie, thanks for being with us last night and supporting your dear friend Skits. Adam says, you're not spicy, Yogi. You're just responsible. I appreciate that. Rosie says, Skits, you made me scared, then you made me laugh. So one of the things I posted earlier from A Course in Miracles. I'll bring it up again real quick. I won't post it. I do want to read it. Because this deals with the conversation that we're having now. Tolerance for pain may be high, but it is not without limit. Eventually, everyone begins to recognize, however dimly, that there must be a better way. As this recognition becomes more firmly established, it becomes a turning point. This ultimately awakens spiritual vision, simultaneously weakening the investment in physical sight. So, tolerance for pain may be high, but is not without limits. An important question to ask yourself: have I reached my limit? Am I tired of being in pain? Am I tired of suffering? Because it doesn't feel like it's a choice, does it? I certainly don't ask for depression. I certainly don't ask for a host of other things. Um, but I do not feel like I'm suffering any longer. Experiencing, yes. Going through things, yes. Having pain, yes. Suffering becomes optional. Suffering is a psychological attachment that comes with the experience itself. At a certain point, good night, Jessica. Thanks for hanging out. At a certain point, we've had enough. And I hope you guys have had enough. Skits, I hope you've had enough. The answer is pretty simple. Choose love. And when you find yourself caught back in the same patterns, choose love again. There's no limit. There's no such thing as an actual mistake. It's all feedback. It's what you do with the feedback that counts. Let's see. I did see the horse raccoon. I left a reply too. They were awesome. Danny says, Yogi, you need water with the pill? And me and Kat, we're good. We'll fix your book. My two people that I trusted the most, Danny and Kat. I still trust you guys. I know you're just having fun. Julie says, you're my sweet girl, Selma. I do have to share you with 100 other people, but that's okay. Rosie says, love you, Jessica. Shirley sends some love. Someone says, I'm a little sad, but I'm strong. And my sister Laura said, I need to be strong. Yes. Hey, Carl. Someone says, I had great memories of my sister. Shirley says, you're very strong, Selma, and we're here when you need to fill up your strong bucket again. I love that expression, Shirley. It says, I've 100% had enough. I'm not hurting my mind no more. Had to let go by loving more unconditionally, meaning I don't get scared because I know love wholeheartedly, and that's all that matters. So that's a great, I love that. Hey, Kyle. But remember, unconditionally means just that. So you can't exclude yourself from that. You can't say, I'm going to love everyone, but it's too hard to love myself. Unconditional means unconditional, which means it includes you. You love others as you love yourself because, as Kat might say, there are no others. And as we immerse ourselves in love, we truly, truly see that. Hey, Adam, are you still here? I can't think of the way the song goes. And in the end, the love you give is equal to the love you take, equal to the love you get. Brizzy says, Yogi, do you have time for breath work? If you don't, okay. I do. I always have time for breath work for you. We did some with Jessica, but we can do some more too. You going to be hanging out for a little bit longer, Rosie? Someone says, you're my number one, Shirley, in the whole wide world. Adam waves at Jessica. Says skits is steeper than it might read. Skit says they even have long surfer dude hair, Shirley. I used to have long surfer hair dude hair. What's up, Carl? Hey, speaking of sick, I wonder how our friend Nightmare is. He was not feeling good, and he was going to go to the doctors. Also, our friend JR is feeling better. He's going to be back training on Monday. Just an update for you guys. Jay says, and you getting the surfer bod skits? Carl, how are you feeling now? Well, even worse. I lost out at tomorrow's. I lost tomorrow's volleyball match. How could you lose tomorrow's volleyball match? It's tomorrow. Um. So what's the path? Once you realize that your tolerance has hit that limit, what is the path? Buddhism? A wonderful path. But here's the thing: most people want to talk about Buddhism. They don't actually want to do the hard work of Buddhism. Remember, Buddhism is an eightfold path. It has very strict ethical concerns, right mindfulness, right meditation, right livelihood, right thinking. There he is. I was just asking about you, Nightmare. How are you feeling? So maybe yoga's your path. Could be. But when we talk about yoga, we're not talking about just the postures, the asanas. That's one point. I'm not the only one. Of course, I've talked about this before. Just the other day, there's 4 traditional paths of yoga. And of those traditional paths, only one actually places any kind of emphasis on the postures. If you are just doing postures and you're not practicing the ethical, if you're not doing the pranayama, if you are not doing meditation, then you're just stretching. Good for you. Thank you, Adam. Adam says, and in the end, the love you make is equal to the love you take. Thank you. I was drawing a bit of a blank, but I knew you had it. So we're going to wait and bring anyone up because we're going to do some breath work in just a minute. Emma says, caught COVID, sir. It's a bit rubbish, but could always be worse. Sorry to hear that, Nightmare. Are you on anything? What do they do now? I haven't been updated. Well, Carl, do you know, have you been to the doctor? Carl says, it's so awful, man. I just woke up and threw up several times. My entire digestive system hurts. I bet. Hey, Carl, I'm sorry. Adam says, papaya enzyme is awesome for a stomach ache. So, Buddhism and yoga, awesome paths. They will take you where you need to go. They were designed to take you where you need to go. But they can take a bit of time. Some of us don't feel like we have that time. I want to feel better now. That is why A Course in Miracles came into my life. Because I want to feel better now. Course in Miracles shows you how to do it. There's other paths. Maybe Taoism. Maybe Sufism. Everyone likes to twirl. I certainly do. Give me 1 second. I don't ever want to sound like I'm trying to convince anyone to do what I do. I just want to put it out there that there are ways to train your mind, to open your heart, to be, as we were talking about with Adam, to be responsive instead of reactive. Speaking of Ramana Maharshi, and we were, I just had a meme pop up on Facebook. Uh, your duty is to be, and not to be this or that. Your duty is to be. So maybe your path might be a more traditional Christian path. The important thing is to find it and practice. Hey, Jace, practice with your heart. All right, enough of that. Hey, Jace, is this something you want me to play now? Jace says, I saved the best till last, Shirley. Hey, Odom. Odom, how are you, my friend? Nightmare says, yeah, I went last night um, out of hours, didn't get home until 5 a.m. Well, yeah, I remember you saying that you were going to go. Paracetamol, ibuprofen, and rest until symptoms get worse. Well, until symptoms get worse. First time having COVID. What is the? I've never heard of parcen, paracetamol. Paracetamol. I think I'm saying it right. Carl says my brother is a doctor. Are you still thinking about being a doctor, Carl? So big prayers, positive thoughts, healing thoughts to both Carl and Nightmare. No, I haven't. What is it, Nightmare? Odom says I'm good. How are you? You still with us? You still with us, Rosie? Rosie says yes. That's what I was waiting for. All right, let's do some breath work. Paracetamol is pills for headaches that can be used without the doctor, but only if you can handle the headache. If you can't handle the headache, gotcha. Very common painkillers. Maybe they're called something different in the U.S. Jace weighs it super. Jace, let me know if you want to if you want me to play what you sent me. Peter says there's paracetamol for children and for adults, which is 500 and even 1,000. So you got to be careful using that one. Side effects. Tim says shout out tonight to Super. Thank you, Selma. Super artist says Jason, hope you're doing all right. Someone says shout out to Rosie. Carl says if they don't get better, I'll go to doctor tomorrow. The whole family is sick now. Of course, they went to the doctor and they are almost fine. So, what did the doctor give him, Carl? What's the diagnosis and what did the doctors do? And why are you waiting? Nightmare says they can bring down a fever, which is why I'm taking them. Gotcha. Zipper says, tell yourself it's just a cold. Someone says, shout out to Carl. Shout out to Sniper. Good says, agreed, Squirrel. Super Artist is fully healed from his sickness. So the next gym session on Monday will be exceptional, just like every single session since I've started 3.5 years ago. Ease back into it. And someone says, shout out to Adam. Rosie says, I've never got a shout out before, someone. You deserve them. Carl says, dude, it's 12:34 a.m. and I don't feel like going to the doctor. All right, I understand. I understand. I'm not saying now, but like when you first started getting sick, if your whole family was sick and they all went, Gravity Core Fitness, congratulations, my friend. Congratulations to you and Joe. Hello, Shidoshi Yogi, everybody in the stream. Hello to you. Love hearing that. Skid says, Rosie, I'm gonna force it out of me. It's just stuff I gotta let go of. Then I can be truly happy. You can't worry about what ifs. I just gotta live within the moment and enjoy it. Don't forget to shout out the Queen of Unicorns. Absolutely. Gravity Core says, Jace. This fight will be shown at 1 a.m. Hope they actually show the fight and not the other fights before DDP. Otherwise, I'm gonna crash out. Well, you know it's the main event, right? They're gonna show all the other stuff first. Oh, I didn't know it was Sig and Tonell. Gotcha. Shirley says, congratulations to Mark and Joe. Congratulations again. Danny gives him a wave. Thank you, Danny. Gravity Course says, thank you, each and everyone. Mark and Joe are having a kid, guys. DC says, I'm the Milford Princess of Unicorns. And what a lucky kid. He or she is going to be such a strong, kind, fit family. Nightmare says, I forgot to mention, I gave up fizzy juice or soda last week. I could swear I was addicted to Coke for a while. The drink. People can be addicted to soft drink. Sugar's an addiction, caffeine's an addiction. Put them together. Super Artist says, I hope every fight before the main event really ends in the first 2 seconds of the first round. So tell me about the fight. I don't know these guys. I haven't followed mixed martial arts in a long time. Skid says, I drink Dr. Pepper once a night. I don't believe I've ever had a Dr. Pepper before. Someone says, Zusi, you are the royalty princess. Super Artist says, Coca-Cola tastes good to be fair. Let me say this, guys. We are a Pepsi channel. We talk about Pepsi in this channel. If you're going to talk about soft drinks, we talk about Pepsi. We don't talk about that other company. Pepsi. Hey, Chef Mary. Like done. I appreciate that. How are you doing, Eric? Chef Mary, I'm good. How about you? Sprite soda is yummy. Sprite's pretty good. I don't drink any of it, to be honest. I haven't. in a long time. The last time I had any kind of, well, sometimes in a race, in an ultra race, I would have some soda. It helps settle the stomach. Rosie says we can't talk because of cat. She can tell on us. We are we're supporting our Pepsi people. They're the hardest working people in all of the soft drink industry. Dude, the other guys, they're coasting. Someone says Pepsi is so good with some ice. It's the best. Well, someone get this man a can of mushy peas and a Dr. Pepper, please. Never gonna happen. I don't know what would happen first. Probably Dr. Pepper before mushy peas. So the last time outside of a race that I had any soda was when it had rum in it. So we're talking 20. I've been sober for 26 years. Rosie says Pepsi rocks. Tell me, I don't know if we're going to bring anyone up right now. I'm sorry. Only going to be live for maybe 10 more minutes. Maybe like right towards the end. Rosie says shh, Pepsi rocks. Pepsi does rock. All right, here's lowdown. Basically, Kamazat is a man who lived through extremely difficult. Oh man, it disappeared. Difficult times, growing up poor and stuff. He even stepped in the gym before earning massive money. Broke 14-0. Impressive. Is he the one we're rooting for? And EDP, I don't know anything about him, but maybe people say he has plot armor. Don't know what that is. Pepsi with ice is very good. Now we're talking. It's been sober since 1 a.m. You know what? I wrote something for someone very close to me, a family member, a few years ago. I overheard people talking in a restaurant. We were at brunch. I was having pancakes, of course. And I heard that person mention how many days they were sober. And the person one of the people I was with mentioned, they knew that I had been sober for a long time. How many days? Because someone had said everyone knows the exact number of days that they've been sober. And I had to think about it. I don't know how many days. I don't know how many hours. I don't care how many days. I don't care how many hours. I'm sober now, this moment. And it is always only this moment. It's always day one. If you want to be free of addiction, you have to have a non addictive mind. You don't want to switch that addiction over to going to meetings, although if meetings help you, go to meetings, but don't be addicted to them. You don't want to be addicted to counting days. You don't want to grit your teeth and force yourself through. This time, you want to let go. Bill W., one of the co-founders of AA, said every act of sobriety should follow an epiphany. An epiphany means that you're going to get the realization that I can think a different way about my addiction. I can let it go and step into a new life. In any moment, you can step into a new life. And it's here and it's now. And it's always this moment. And it's always a new life. Even if, God forbid, we backslide. It's not an impossibility. We got to face everything. Can't be an ostrich, put a head in the sand. I love ostriches. But what ostriches do is not for us to do. So we don't want to put our head in the sand. We want to face the possibility, the very real possibility, that we might backslide. Guess what? It's still day one. It's still a new moment. The moment you put the drink, the pipe, the whatever aside, you're sober right now. Celebrate that. You're sober right now. Nothing beats a life of sobriety. It sounds kind of harsh, right? Sobriety. It's a gift. It's freedom. I never want to be enslaved by anything, not even my own mindset, not even my own mindset that says I can't do this. I'm not saying that I'm free yet, but I'm freer and getting more free every day. Man, getting free of my own demands that I had to be this or that, huge. I still find myself getting called back into it. The pull is really strong into the old way of thinking, even after 40 plus years of doing all of this stuff. But that's okay. Let me know how the fight goes. I might see if I can find the highlights tomorrow on YouTube. Lexi says, "Can we do some breath work?" Yes. Sorry, guys. I meant to do that earlier. Um, Welcome in, Lexi. Did I bore Rosie away? Did she stick with me? Carl says, "Skits. I hope I overcome it." What's that, Carl? Oh, I'm 3 days sober. If you send it out to battle, you'll spend the rest of your life battling it. When I stepped into, after over a decade of drinking for the sole purpose of destroying myself and sadly jeopardize other people in the process, I stepped into a moment of sobriety. It was gifted me. No struggle, zero struggle. I was afraid that I would lack any kind of social connection because my life was based upon my drinking. So I went to some meetings thinking, well, this is what I need. And I realized that everyone in the meeting, virtually everyone, was still addicted. That was their identity. I'm an addict. I'm battling. Every moment's a battle. Doesn't have to be. Step into a new life. Give it away. Give your drinking away. Give your addiction away. And literally give it away. What is your higher power? Carl, I know you tend towards the atheist side. Even an atheist can have a higher power. You can call it your right mind, the decision maker, the one that makes all the right decisions. Lexi says, "Thank you, Toy Pups. Anytime any breath work, she said to come to you." Yes. So with that said, I'm sorry, Lexi, and I'm sorry, Rosie. Let's do a breath work now. Rosie's still here. I can never leave any time if I'm busy, and I'm sorry about that. But that's okay. That's why we love you, Rosie. One of the many reasons why we love you. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to breathe in through the nose for a count of 4. We're going to breathe out of the nose for a count of 8. What's up, MT? But the way we're going to do it, we're going to use that ha breath. It's like we're fogging up a bathroom mirror, guys. Breathe in through the nose. Pretend your hand is a mirror. Make that sound. Now do the same thing. Breathe in the nose. Make that sound with your mouth shut. Now make that same sound as you breathe in. No one else has to hear it but you. It's just a very light raspiness in the back of the throat. You can do it. It's a valuable breath. So that helps us slow the breath down. It's also very calming and relaxing. So we breathe in the nose for a count of 4 using that breath. Now we're going to breathe out through the nose for a count of 8, but we're going to use our thumb. We're going to block the right side. We're going to breathe out nice and slow for a count of 8. Before we start, any questions? Boozy says, "You're my favorite YouTuber. Don't tell anyone." I won't tell anyone. All right, so no questions. For those who are going to participate, remember, we're going to breathe in through the nose for a count of 4. We're going to breathe out. If you don't make it to my count, don't worry about it. It's okay. You don't have to. The purpose is to breathe in through the nose slow and extend the exhalation. So you might only make it to 6. Guess what? Congratulations. You've done the objective of the breath, which is to breathe, to lengthen the breath, and to calm and relax. That's what we're going to do. So, for those who are going to participate, if you can close your eyes, bring a little bit of attention to your breath, and consciously choose to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Don't worry about how long, just breathe in and just breathe out. Breathing in and breathing out. Relaxing. Very easily, start making that ha sound. It's like you're imitating someone who's a very gentle snorer. If you guys remember how Darth Vader sounded, it's like you have a little miniature Darth Vader in the back of your throat. Practice that for a few breaths. And we're going to begin. I'm going to count to 3. We'll do our first breath. 1, 2, 3. Breathing in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Use your thumb, block off the right side, and exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out through the left for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the left for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through the left for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through the nose for the left for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through the left for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through the left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through the left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out through the left for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through the left for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let the breath go. Let it settle into its own natural rhythm. Breathing out through the left corresponds to the rest and digest, prepares us for sleep, helps reduce anxiety, alleviates stress, makes us feel good and calm. And I hope when you open your eyes and you're back in the chat that you are relaxed and that you are calm. And I'll see you there. We're going to shut things down in just a few minutes, guys. Appreciate people coming in. I could do live stream after live stream talking about sobriety. Meditation helps. Bye, Adam. Kyle says, grateful for the experience. Thank you, Kyle. Hey, Jenny Thong, how are you? They're not friends then, Carl. You can do anything you want to do. Why would anyone ever dictate what Carl wants to do? Carl's awesome. Carl is strong. No one tells Carl what to do. I would never try to tell Carl what to do. He'd poke me in the chest and say, who do you think you are? That's the Carl that I know. And I certainly don't want Carl poking me in the chest. You ever seen the size of that finger, guys? His poking finger? Thanks for the unicorn vibes. Snipper says, hi, Jenny Thong. Adam says, I like when people call me names, but they don't like what I do with those names. Carl, I hope you come back and hang out with us. Hey, Carl, don't go anywhere yet. You are welcome, Rosie. You're always welcome. I'm going to bring up your channel. Kyle, I am your number 2 subscriber. If you need anything, if you need any support, we're here for you, my friend. Just let us know. DC says, nice to meet you, Kyle. Skid says, Carl's a master poker. For real? He went to the Shenzhen Poker Mastery class? I don't doubt it. DC says, so did Jenny. Kyle says, nice to meet you all. This is a good place to be. I hope so. I will check out your shorts, Heart Matters. Let's see, free dive, brief summary, social hierarchy of needs. Do you know in the end, Maslow, before he passed away of a heart attack, was revising his hierarchy of needs based upon Blackfoot Native Americans and their I have the word, I don't think I can pronounce it. It's receptivity, but it's pronounced a little differently. Let's stick with receptivity. Zipper says, Carl, it's about respect, even with friends. If a friend's not giving you respect, can we truly say they're friends? If you tell your friends that you are stepping into a life of sobriety, everyone should form a circle around you, send you love, send you energy. Always happy, by the way, to talk more about this. Rosie says, I thought I had a best friend until she turned on me. Yep, I remember, Rosie. How is that going? Heart Matter says, I think many of the hierarchy levels should be combined. Probably only 2 are needed. So let's hear them. Heart Matters. What are the 2 that are absolutely essential? Adam says, what if all nose pickers required other people to pick their noses just to hang out? Why does that sound unusually appealing to me? All this time I've been picking my own nose when someone could be doing it for me. Hey, but then do they hand the nose stuff back to us? Why am I reluctant to say booger? I don't on my own live stream. Um, so like if they kept it, I'm down with that. But wait a minute, does that mean I'd have to keep theirs? All right, there was a little bit of a monkey wrench into the plans. Crazy says, "Skits, you always my number one best friend." Crazy says, I don't know. To be honest, she really hurt me. Any communication whatsoever? So I was getting ready for bed. Then I'm interested in what Part Matters has to say, and I want to hear more of the plan that Adams had for having other people pick our noses. Let's see. Heart Matter says the first are the needs of survival: food, water, air, safety. Everything else can be level two. So, what about the self actualization? You don't think that has a bit of a hierarchy at the top? Now, again, towards the end, he was getting rid of all of that you didn't need to fulfill, even the basic, before seeking self actualization. Carl says, they're my friends, and even if I fight with someone, they'll be there for me, unless you quit drinking. Just to pass up alcohol or cigarettes make you look like a nerd in public. Man, you're giving yourself every reason why you should do it. Speaking of Maslow and self actualization, when he was asked by an interviewer, what are the symptoms of a self actualized person? And he said, a self actualized person is independent of the good opinion of others. Meaning, man, who cares if someone thinks you look like a nerd in public? Who cares if you are a nerd in public? Seriously, who cares? In the end, man, in the end, that is not going to be the least of your concern. You're not going to take in your very last breath and say, man, I'm so glad I did not look like a nerd in public. I promise you that. Adam says, use nose pickers, small group, but we are thinking about us nose pickers are a small group, but we were thinking about opening up a bar. I think I might like to invest. Is it going to be a business opportunity for me, Adam? Can you draw up a plan? Can we have a PowerPoint presentation? It says, be an individual called bro. It says, yes, social programming sniper. I love that word programming because it describes every single one of us from birth. And amazing that we have a tendency to keep accumulating that programming and keep passing it down to others instead of, man, may you all be blessed with something that grabs you by the shoulder and wakes you up. Perfect, Sniper. Someone that is deemed weird or weird is in charge of their own destiny. Let's see. Adam says, yeah, it's funny. Of the benefits of fasting or discipline, going through hardship for spiritual gain, very antithetical to Maslow's theory of hierarchy. It's a wonderful book called Transcend that throws the entire, and he's someone who has studied Maslow extensively, and he throws it all up in the air and watches it land in a whole different thing. It's based again upon the concept of community and sharing of the Blackfoot Indians. We need investors, and we're planning on franchising. I'm in, Adam. I'm in. So he had planned on completely revising all of that before he passed away. But his teachings on that are out there. They just haven't gained the tractions of his previous teachings. They should. Adam says, I don't know if I could get out of bed if there wasn't the weird. Oh man, embrace it. I know Adam and Sniper. Embrace it. Be who you were meant to be, not who others tell you to be, not even who you think you should be. Yeah, but you fall into another group. If college over there is anything like college over here, it's just more drinking, even more intense drinking. Sniper says, weirder the better. What if you were the guy who quit drinking? Had I not been given the gift of sobriety, I would be dead. Worse, other people would be as well. How that didn't happen, the horror stories that I could tell you, how that didn't happen is beyond me. And I can only use one word to describe it: grace. I was given no small amount of grace. Grace is always undeserved, unpetitioned. You can't petition for grace. You can request it. It just happens. It just happens. And it happened to me. In an instant. In an instant, not only did I know, literally an instant, did I know I was never going to take another drink again, but I was sober. It says, weird is wonderful. Preaching to the choir. Oh, I do have burpees in the morning. You're right, Shirley. Thank you. Shirley says, getting late for you, Yogi? It is. And you do have burpees in the morning. Yep. And I got a 5-mile walk before I do my burpees. And yoga. It says, my surname that I use is Weir. So I got to add the D. And I got one of those. So I'm good. I can't believe I read that out loud. I should always read skits silently first, and then, and only then, out loud. I need to censor myself when I'm reading skits. Sniper says he read it. Well, I put skits in charge this morning. I thought we had turned a whole new leaf. I thought everything was different. Adam says I did a couple years in college, perfectly sober, and it really paid off. Unfortunately, I learned the futility of my university path. Carl's laughing. Skits is laughing. Things I do for you guys, man. The things I do just to make you laugh. Zephyr says, nothing new under the sun. Skits, it's good to have you back, my friend. Good to have you back. I love you. I love all you guys. Signing off, doing burpees in the morning. Skits says, awesome stream, Yokeser. Brother, love you, man, and thank you. And thank you too, chat. Love you all. We love you. You're welcome, Nightmare, my friend. Feel better. Sending prayers your way. Carl says, take care, brother. You too, Carl. Carl, I hope you feel better tomorrow. I hope you don't need to go to the doctor. I hope you just feel better. Kyle says, thank you, bye. Hey, Kyle, show up tomorrow. We'll be live 3 times, and we'll rent you up to help you make some connections if you are seeking to. Thank you, Lucy. She says, remember my skits, ride the next wave. I like that, Shirley. Thank you, guys. Love you all.